Dolores Cantania from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, you are officially uninvited from the cookout. We have more details on why exactly her and Dina, formerly of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, don't get along, and why she wasn't invited to Teresa's engagement party that Dina threw. And it has something to do with Dina's ex, Tommy Manzo. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So a lot of people have been speculating on why exactly Dolores was not invited to Teresa's engagement party. And a lot of people were saying, oh, it's because her and Dina don't get along. And we were like, why don't they get along? We had no idea. Well, thank God for our friends over on Twitter. You guys attached this, and shout out to Reality TV Kid who caught the screen cap of this and reposted it on social media, because you know what we do here? We cite our sources. And when I found this, I said, tell me this is not true. So, we were very critical of Caroline Manzo, Dina's sister. They've had issues over the years, and we wondered, what were their issues? Why did they fall out besides just, family drama? Well, we found out that Caroline Manzo wrote a character letter for Tommy Manzo, her brother-in-law, against her sister, technically, when you think about it, because he was being accused of being an accomplice involved for setting up this burglary and robbery of Dina's home, and where people were hurt physically. For those that don't remember the full details, I just want to give you a quick update. And literally, this update that we're getting is from a year ago. I don't know the current update of Tommy Manzo and his trial, but this is from May of 2021, just giving you an idea of what happened. And then we'll get into Dolores in a second. So the ex-husband of Real Housewives of New Jersey cast member can go free while he awaits trial on charges of stalking her and her fiance at the time. They are now married, as well as orchestrating a violent 2017 home invasion where the TV star's current husband was beaten with a baseball bat and tied up. The Monmouth County prosecutor today argued that Thomas Manzo should be kept in custody until trial as a danger to Dina Manzo and the man she subsequently married, David Catan. Two unknown men broke into the couple's townhouse in Bayonne Boulevard in Holmdel in May of 2017. When the couple entered the front door, they were jumped and zip-tied. A grand jury returned the indictment against 56-year-old Manzo of Franklin Lakes earlier in May. He is accused of acting as an accomplice to robbery, burglary, aggravated assault, theft, and other crimes in the invasion. Manzo is also charged as the sole actor in 2 counts of 4th-degree stalking related to the victims. Also named in the indictment was 53-year-old James Manello of Bayonne, who's accused of the same crimes as Manzo, except stalking. Manello was previously indicted in 2019 on other charges in the case. The state argued Manzo's behavior followed a pattern of stalking, while his lawyers argued letters from prominent people suggest he is no risk to release. Prominent people, which was part of the reason why I said I wanted Caroline Manzo to come back to the Real Housewives of New Jersey before I saw this story. She wrote, Caroline Manzo, his sister-in-law. Dina is her sister, blood sister. But they were married to brothers. You may recall if you watched the Real Housewives of New Jersey, they were married to brothers. Caroline wrote this character letter so that he could be released. But she wasn't the only one. We will get to Dolores in a second. I know you're like, Kempire, what? I also want to talk about Albie Manzo. Albie Manzo on his podcast talked and defended his mom, of course. And this is what he says, the reason why she did it. He says, this is why I respect my mother so much. She made a choice that she knew going in was going to be extraordinarily unpopular. That could have been easily twisted into something that it isn't. But she made it anyway because she felt it was the right thing to do. Put yourself in my mother's shoes, knowing full well that this is going to happen. Do you know how much you've got to believe in what you're doing, knowing this is going to be the blowback? That's why I admire my mother and the courage she had doing what she did. According to Albie, Caroline was asking for Tommy to be released from hold to await his trial. My mother wrote a letter based on the character of my uncle as we know him, the facts as we've seen them, as we know him in his life. It's one thing, is he a threat to society? The answer is no. We believe the answer is no. He went on to clarify that his mother's letter wasn't a betrayal of her sister, saying that his entire family hope the person who orchestrated the attack is arrested. Whoever's involved in this should go to jail, period, he said on the podcast. This isn't about family drama. This isn't about who in your family are you more loyal to. This is a right and wrong situation. You know whose side we're on, the truth. Let the process play out, whatever it is, let it land and go from there. So that, of course, Albie's going to defend his mother. But the information that Dolores also wrote a character letter, we had no idea until Dina confirmed it in the comment section. And thank God that we got the screen cap, because Dina has since deleted this comment. And maybe because this is all still going on and she doesn't want to jeopardize the case. Dolores, as you know, on the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion, seemed okay not being invited to the engagement party. We all thought that was very suspect. You've known Dolores for years, 20, 30 years. These people have known each other. But as you know, Teresa is good friends with Dina. Dina was with her when she got engaged in Greece. They've been close, even though they've had their falling outs over the years. But they've been close. But there was speculation, oh, Dina and Dolores don't get along. And we didn't know. We just thought maybe they just didn't like each other. Well, apparently, it seems as if it was because Dolores betrayed Dina by writing this character letter for Tommy Manzo. So in the comments section, this is what was said. So Teresa posted this photo of her and her fiance and Dina and her husband, because they love to travel together. So they're traveling. Teresa puts hashtag our life. And you guys are so hateful in the comments section. But anyways, Real Housewives of Bravo commented, love that you and Dina remain friends in spite of Caroline's ultimatum to her sister. So in the comments section, someone says to another commenter, Dolores wrote the letter to exonerate Dina's ex from the beating and burglary. That person responds to Tessie and says, I thought it was Caroline who wrote it. So if it was Dolores, why is Teresa still friends with her? I mean, that comes across as no loyalty towards Dina. If a friend of mine did that to another friend, I wouldn't bother with her again. Loyalty means everything to me in friends and family. Dina responds to this person, both did, saying that both Caroline and Dolores wrote a letter to exonerate, to have Tommy Manzo released from jail pending trial. That blew my mind. That blew my mind. And now I'm looking at Dolores very differently. I don't know Dolores' friendship with Tommy Manzo. Yes, we've seen pictures of Dolores and Caroline hanging out. These people have known each other for many years. And when you get people that are public figures write letters, of course, that's going to carry more weight. But here's the thing. You also are drawing a line in the sand with your friendship with Dina, someone else that you've known for many years. I would be like, I don't want to get involved. I've known you, Tommy. I've known you, Dina. I don't know what happened, but I'm not going to write a character letter and say something that I don't know for fact. Especially if it's going to draw a line in the sand with my friendship with this other woman. But some people might have a difference of opinion. That's just how I feel. I was truly like, oh, damn, Black Dolores, not again. Another reason why we can't have you on the show. There has been talk about Caroline Manzo coming back to the show. And I said to you, I'm not sure if I want that. Look, Jersey has gotten dark before. I think it would only get darker again by bringing Caroline up. I know Teresa would probably bring it up. And then I'm thinking to myself, Teresa probably won't bring it up. She didn't throw Dolores under the bus when it came to this letter. And maybe because they've remained friends, and maybe that's why Dolores continues to show loyalty to Teresa, so that Teresa doesn't bring it up. So now we know why Dolores has been brown-nosing Teresa these last few seasons. She doesn't want her to throw her under the bus. Well, too late. Dina has. As I said to you before, I went and did my due diligence. These comments have now been deleted, but it makes sense because there's still a comment to that person and there's no other comments. So comments were deleted. Comments were deleted. Guys, let's continue this conversation below. I always love hearing what you guys have to say, especially when it comes to these real life dramas. If you guys know an update in regards to Tommy Manzo's trial, let me know. I don't know if there is an update. I couldn't find anything. This was the only articles that I found were ones from last year. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.